What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, give you the raw content that you deservedly need. Shout out to Hoop Jargon, who's already in the building. Shout out to Danny Joseph. And also Mustafa. You said, is LaMelo back? Technically, he's back. They're just, right now, they're trying to, when I looked at Brago's recent press conference, he's ahead of schedule. And his workouts have been great. There has not been any side effects or any lingering effects with his surgery on the workouts. His wrist is doing okay. He's doing great. He's exceeded expectations on the rehab. So he's pretty much good to go. It just depends on coaching. Will they allow him to play again? And then the medical staff, they got to say it's a good time for him to come back. In my opinion, I think LaMelo's ready to go. He's been cleared medically. But the organization, which you understand, that's their investment. Their investment is LaMelo. So you got to also think about that. But before we talk about LaMelo Ball, the Hornets played last night against the Cavaliers. Was shaky at first, but gained ground and handled business. Shout out to Miles Bridges for showing up. And I better not see Miles Bridges come off the bench again. He's earned the stripes. The Hornets got to find a way to keep him. You cannot afford to lose a player like Miles Bridges at all costs. Shout out to Macrina Daniels. She said New Media. Shout out to Call Me Fahoud, New Media Nation United. You guys, make sure you hit the like button. Share the content. Make sure people know that we're live. Shout out to CWE. Yeah, CW, I see your Brooklyn Nets, man. Even with certain players being out, they find ways to win games. That's how much depth they have. And this is with LaMarcus Aldridge not even playing. That's the crazy part. But back to the Hornets. This is going to be a tough couple of days, games. I believe they got the Boston Celtics 2 times in April, and then they got the Nets, which is tough. And they're at the 8th seed. Now, the Hornets, they don't want to. If I'm the Hornets, I'm not trying to be in a playing game. You got to at least get that 6th seed. That's the goal, is to get the 6th seed. Are they going to do it? I don't know. I don't know. It's too tough of a task to ask for. Rare Family 816 says, when will LaMelo be back? My guess is next week. That's just a guess. But again, it depends on the team and the player. Now, you already know LaMelo wants to come back. He's a baller. He loves basketball. Basketball is everything to LaMelo Ball. So you already know he wants to be back. But it's just with this team, man. They definitely need him, man. And I didn't even talk about May. May is a lot easier than April, just looking at the schedule. But the Hornets have shown everybody that even when they play easy teams, they can be inconsistent. It's the weirdest thing I ever seen. Like, the Hornets will play up to competition and then sometimes play below competition. That's their problem. Marquina Daniels said he's itching to go back. Yeah. That's why when James Borrego did his workouts with him, he was just amazed how LaMelo Ball was just ready to go in his workouts. But I'm not surprised. LaMelo was working on his offhand the whole time. So what you're going to see is a more ambidextrous LaMelo Ball. CWE says LaMelo Ball's going to be a star. Oh, you know it. Jaheem Nesbitt, he said, what's good, new media fam? What's good, man? Shout out to J&J Video. Says, New Media Nation United. What's up, fam? And hour out to you, DJ. Thank you. Macrina Daniel says the inconsistencies. Yeah, the Hornets are one of the most inconsistent teams I've seen this year, even with the injuries. And that's why I always get on this coaching staff. That's really on them. When you don't put roles for certain players, then your favorite players are going to start running amok and doing everything they can to control the team. They got too many players having hearsay. And that's not how you build winning championship organizations. You got to set things straight and tell them, hey, your role is this, your role is that. And that's why I hate positionless basketball at times. Yeah, you could do it when you have a LeBron James. But if you don't got that type of player, I don't need no damn small forwards and power forwards dribbling up the ball like they Curly Moe and Neal. I don't need to see that. We got 30 plus people in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button so we could go on this topic. CWE says, I'm watching Knicks and Raptors. Oh, yeah, they're playing right now. CWE says, next season, LaMelo better average 20 plus. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they need to. I said it before on Twitter. I looked on some LaMelo Ball film. He could literally average 25 points per game. But the only way he could not do that, to be honest with you guys, is if Coach Joe, still the coach, of course, and he has everybody controlling the pace. See, if James Borrego would tell LaMelo, hey, you're my point guard, and tell the team, too, we run everything through our point guard. J.K. Robinson says, you saw how Devontae shot 2 for 13 from 3 and 3 from 16 in the field. Yep, taking horrible shots. But I blame certain Hornet fans. I tried to tell them Devontae Graham is a role player. They got mad at me. He said, no, he's not. He's important to the team. He's a role player. And I let y'all know this. If James Borrego wasn't so keen on playing favorites, I don't think he would have pushback like he does. I don't think he would have pushback. I'm going to tell you why. Everybody knows that James Borrego is a good X's and O's coach. I've even said it. His problem is not knowing. It's not even not knowing. His problem is he's too attached with his guys. He wants to be like, hey, I trained them. I took them from a second round pick into a role player. And he wants credit. I get it. But when you have a franchise player like LaMelo Ball, you're not supposed to let average players control the team. Like J.K. Robinson said, his rotations are trash. Yeah, Vernon Carey. I don't like, and they keep telling me that Borrego has a system in the process. A process of what? Losing? Having a record below 500? They always do this with young players. Vernon Carey is getting less minutes, and he's putting Bismack Biyombo in the game more. It doesn't make sense with me. It's a mockery of basketball. How can you, as a coach, you see in Bismack, he cannot catch the ball. He's clumsy. And you're going to give him more minutes than Vernon Carey, who has shown you the ability to put points on the board? And for Miles Bridges, Coach James Borrego, how about you create more plays for him? You try to create, and I'm talking to you, Coach Joe. I know you ain't listening, but I'm letting you know. Last night, he tried to create all these plays for Devontae Tebe Graham, and he shot 3 for 16 field goals and almost cost his game. Luckily, Miles Bridges showed up again. Miles Bridges doesn't have that many plays called for him, and he still gets points. He still defends. Ronnie says, Vernon had 21 and 6 the other night. I ain't seen him since. Yep. It's a game within a game, my brothers and sisters. It is a game within a game. Vernon Carey showed you all what he could do. Showed the coaching staff what he could do. Then the next game, James Borrego plays him 3 minutes. Then the game after that, the Cavs game, he barely plays him at all. Yeah, call me Fahu. It's unacceptable. Irresponsible coaching. Oh, also, I want to give a shout out to your boy Kareem for the $10 Cash App to donate for the channel, man. Thank you guys, man, for believing in the channel and believing in new media. Also, 7 likes. We got almost 50 people in the chat. Get the likes up so we can continue this video. Let me read some more comments. Shout out to Poetry for the King for the $5 super chat to help grow the nation. Says, I'm usually a silent supporter, but I'm always here, new media. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for listening. Call me Fahu says, bro, what if the older players started talking to JB about giving them their minutes back? That's why Vern only had 3 minutes, maybe. That could happen. That could happen. Remember when LaMelo went on that run and he was on fire, and this was the only stretch where LaMelo really had control of the team. When Gordon Hayward and Devontae Graham was injured. When they came back, instead of doing what was working, Gordon Hayward all of a sudden started playing more point forward. And they went, instead of above 500, they went at 500, 20 and 20 before LaMelo's injury. That's what we're talking about. So I can see a Gordon Hayward go to his agent, say, hey, I didn't sign up for this. I signed up to be the number 1 option. See, Gordon Hayward underestimated LaMelo Ball. He signed with Charlotte. He said, oh, this player ain't about to, he's not a star. I'm going to come into Charlotte and I'm going to be the man. But he was wrong. Not only LaMelo, but Terry Rozier has taken some of the shine away from him. Ola says Rozier has been scoring 20-plus almost every game. And Tebe been scoring almost less than 10, by the way. Yup. Say what you want about Terry Rozier, but he shows up. CW says Hornets was a 4th seed before LaMelo's injury. Yup. Talk to him. Talk to him, man. Talk to him. And now look at him. Now look at him. What's good, Mr. What a Day? He said needs to make those tough decisions. Yeah, Borrego does. Stop being everybody's friend, man. This is the NBA. The NBA's a man's game. And if you're out here being friends with your favorites, it never goes well. CW says LaMelo should have control of the team. Oh, absolutely. You know what's crazy, y'all? CWE is a bona fide Brooklyn Nets fan. And he's out here saying LaMelo should have control of the team. So you know it's bad when the NBA community realizes this, who are fans of other teams. Like Mr. What a Day said, it's politics. That's all it is politics. Shout out to BG Griffin for the Cash App. The $2 Cash App said it's not that much, but thank you for speaking truth. Thank you, my brother. Hey, no matter if it's $2 or $1, shout out to you, BJ Griffin, for the $2 Cash App to help grow this channel out. Keep the likes up, everybody. Let's go. We got Master Pierce, a.k.a. Master P, in the building. He said new media. No doubt. Jaheem Nesbitt says every team Gordon was on, he was never the first option. True. Gordon Hayward, throughout his career, fought tooth and nail to try to be the first option, and it backfired. Gordon Hayward going to the Hornets would have been a good signing if he didn't try to take away the shine for LaMelo Ball. All that looking away, all that asking him the ball too early shit, I peep all that. Poetry for the King says, with Gordon hates words attitude, it's hard to see him fit well with any team. They need to trade him. Yeah, they need to trade him and take their loss. You got to take your L sometime for overpaying a player. CW Bed-Stuy says, you kind of dodge a bullet. Hornets was going to give Drummond the max money too. He's not the same dominant player. How about the Hornets should never overpay anybody? It doesn't seem to work. You said the stream is bugging. What the stream do? Is it not working? Y'all let me know. J&J video says they need to give Melo as many minutes as possible so he could work out the rust. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. But the coaching staff is too dumb to even recognize that. Triggered says, you think LaMelo's going to be back for the Pelicans? I wish. J&J video says, smash the like button. We got 40 plus, almost 50 people in this chat. Hit the like button. Say, I'm cutting off. Stream is buffering. Let me see if this works. Is this much better? Y'all let me know. Master Pierce says, clear out for hates word 1 through 4 set. Yep. Yeah, let me do this real quick. Y'all let me know if it's working right now. It's going in and out. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, somebody doing something, man. I don't know why my stuff was buffering. I've been doing these type of videos for days. This is the first time that it's been buffering. Poetry for the King says YouTube and it's shenanigans again. Yep. My Wi-Fi is good. My Wi-Fi is excellent right now. I'm checking it right now. I don't know why it's buffering. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about LaMelo Ball. He's killing it in practices. He's doing his thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays the next 3 games or the 3rd game in this trip. But like, share, subscribe to the channel. Peace and blessings, and have a good day.